You can read our news threads when we're back in regular format. Like yesterday, we had an amazing gathering of people that tuned in to hear Pat Choate, and that was hour number 2, so you may want to revisit that later on today on the podcast to listen to that if you missed out on Dr. Pat Choate. But we had hundreds of people, many more people that will listen to a podcast, let's just say that normally from everywhere enjoyed that. But, this is the type of people that we like to surround ourselves with. And I had a call from West Palm Beach from Nevin Gussick, who's been a guest on the broadcast before, and he says, I love it when you do have guests, Keith, and I love listening to you. You're very fascinating, and I always learn something from your broadcast. He said, but when you have a guest, you don't just have any guest, you have something that makes it memorable and something special. And that's the thoughtfulness of the broadcast. We're shipped so many books, and we have so many emails from publishers, and we turn down a lot of stuff. We're going to have Ted Koppel on. We've been talking about the Lights Out book. Some interesting books of history and all that other stuff. Some really noted authors and ones that should be noteworthy lined up for you in the future. But we're going to be doing so many more programs that you are just going to never, ever want to think about actually missing a broadcast. And we always say if you miss an hour, you've missed a lot on For the People. We do a lot more than talk Sharathon on a daily basis. We go through so much subject matter and so many different stories, but we're out of format today because we're trying to raise money for our operating budget so we can afford advertising, to afford to be on the radio, period. We don't pay radio stations, so don't get that wrong. It's just, again, to grow so we're not stagnant. We can pay some of our bills to be able to do more, to hire some people to do jobs that I just simply can't do. But all, again, pushing this rock up the hill. You can imagine that. It's really a great analogy. You've probably heard it before. But all of us working together can make this a reality, folks. We need programs like For the People on the air more than ever. There's so much censorship, so much fluff, so much garbage, as my dad used to say, on the radio. And I listen across the band and I say to myself, self-grandizing folks or in bed with some special interest or something, but they just don't give you the full perspective of what's going on. They just give you what they want to give you. Me, I try to give you a big picture, the whole thing, so you can appreciate the whole balance here, so you can make a wise decision, or at least get the full brevity of what it is, so it's heartfelt, and it always comes from the heart, folks. If you can't do, and I was taught in New York City early on from my dad, that if you were going to do that, you had to talk from the heart and the head. Heart and head. And some people, they just don't have that. Or they're given in to program directors that'll sit there and tell them what they can and can't talk about. And that's the uniqueness about a listener-supported broadcast. We don't have the censorship. We do have some folks at the radio station that'll recommend things or critique us. Some of our audience does, and I don't get offended. I've had consultants through the years on big broadcasting companies that I've worked for. They'll come in, and I used to take offense, but now it's like, no, because you learn something from them. And it's okay. It's a good thing. Buy your ticket now, $200 for our Sharathon. Let us remain on the air, folks, as a viable force of common sense in a troubled world. We need to make this happen so we can go back to normal programming. $5,000 a goal. The number I know is going to change today because of you. And the raffle ticket's $25, wins you $200, gets you into the fishbowl. I'm going to put the ticket in for you personally. And if you'd like to buy more than one ticket, remember you have to scroll down where it says click buy now for your raffle ticket, because that's just one. But then there's the Sharathon microphone there below that, and you can just press donate, and then you can enter the denominator that you want. to give you the maximum advantage of winning. And it's fun. Have fun doing it. That's what the lotto's about. You know, maybe you win, maybe you don't, but you like to think about, what would I do with that extra $200? I wish we could do like $1,000, but then, would take away from what our goal is. People say, yeah, $1,000. No, $200. I think that's a sweet place to be for, right now. And it'll keep everybody happy. I think so, and I think it'll allow us to actually reach our goal. And we want to do that. We don't start anything here at For the People until we finish it. And anybody that knows me, I am persistent. So you be persistent. And, hey, I'm fighting for Mr. and Mrs. America. Love you, America. Thank you for believing in me. And appreciate you being a part of Sharathon and letting all your friends and neighbors know. And sound the word off on social media. If you know somebody that needs $200, wants to put them in the raffle, I'd appreciate that. And if you like the show, I'd like to say share the show. If you could do that, let them know about the website at forthepeopleshow.com. And follow us, please. If you're not already on our Facebook, you can find all our social media places on forthepeopleshow.com. Or you can just type in For the People Show there. Or hashtag Talk to Keith Allen on Twitter. I am Keith Allen, For the People, saying all the best. May God bless.